Alrighty then, welcome back to your 21st tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to be going over a special type of loop called the do loop. Yes, this is what you guys have been waiting for, the do loop. So I can't remember what tutorial it was. I want to say the last tutorial, but it's been a couple days since I've been at my computer, so I'm not positive, but a couple tutorials ago we went over a special kind of loop called the while loop, and what this loop basically did is it tested a condition, and so long as that condition was true, it ran a bit of code. So you have a condition, test it, and if it's true, run a bit of code over and over until you tell it to stop, basically. Well, what the do while loop does is basically take this structure and it flips it upside down. It's going to run a bit of code first, and then it's going to test if a condition was true, and if it is true, it's going to run it again until it's false. So it basically, since it runs the code before it tests the condition, even if that condition is false, it already ran the code once. So anytime you want to ensure that you run your code at least once, this is what you need to do. So that's basically it. Let's go ahead and take a look at an example right here. And whoa, easy script boxes. Don't get that close to each other. So let's go ahead and make a counter variable. Make it x. I'm going to set mine equal to 5 because, starting at 0 and 1, it's getting old. Let's start at 5 because, why not? My tutorial. So now the structure for the do while loop is this. Go ahead and write do, do, and then go ahead and write whatever code you want. And I'm just going to go ahead and write like document write. Let's go ahead and write the variable first so we can see. So it'll be 5 to begin with, and then go ahead and write something stupid on the screen like hello, and then just go ahead and add a line break because we're going to be printing this out a bunch of times and we don't want it all on the same line. And when you're done, of course, add your semicolon, aka semicolon, and now go ahead and increment x because we don't want it to stay in the same number the whole time or else this loop's going to run forever. So now, after you have your coding syntax, now is where you put the while right here. So we have to give it condition to test. Just write like while x is less than or equal to 20. And then add your semicolon at the end. So as you can see, it's set up a little bit different than the basic while loop. First of all, it has a semicolon at the end, and second, you have your condition before your test, and also the special do keyword or special word, whatever you want to call it. So let's go ahead and save this and take a look at it and see what it does. Actually, let me go ahead and add some space there. I'll make it easier to see. It goes 5 low, 6 low, 7 low, 8 low, 9 low, 10 low. I won't go through them all. So it goes all the way until it says x is less than or equal to 20, and then it stops. So let's go ahead and take a look one more time why this happens. Stupid Windows 7. Shaking the boxes, put them down, shaking them and put them up. But when I'm trying to make a tutorial, I'm like, yeah, this window right here doesn't work like that. So anyways, what we have here is a variable x that started at 5. So this code, regardless of what the condition is, it didn't even look at the condition yet. It's running right now. And then it says, alright, I'm done running the code, and now you want me to run it again as long as x is less than 20. Well, the next time I run, since we incremented x, it's going to be 6. And I'm going to keep doing this, keep incrementing x each time, 7, 8, 9, all the way to 20. And then, once it gets to 21, it says, alright, is x less than or equal to 20? No, it's greater than 20, so that's when your loop shuts off and quits. So that's why you go 5 all the way to 20, because 20 is in fact less than or equal to 20. It's equal to 20. So that's the basics of a do while loop. Let me show you a case scenario where x could be like 35. See, in this example, the condition isn't true at all, but this loop is going to go ahead and run one time. So let me just go ahead and run that. 35 LO, and then it's going to shut off immediately after that. So whereas if we were to stick this in a while loop, it would never run since it tested the condition first. But since we're in a do while loop, what it does is it runs the code at least one time and then it tests the condition. So by the time it sees that it's false, it already ran it at least once. So that's why it printed it out. So anyways, that's the main difference between a do loop, or excuse me, a do while loop and a basic while loop. Is pretty much a while loop flipped upside down, and you guarantee to run it at least one time. So you're going to see when we're programming when this is going to come in handy and when a while loop is going to be necessary. But for now, just wanted to give you guys the basics. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, don't forget I have a website and a forum you can check out. And also, don't forget to subscribe. So I will see you guys later.